Good evening. Hello, everybody. A little bit of a surprise here. And I hope that you all are having a wonderful evening and that you enjoy today's stream and that you all had a good week so far and hopefully a wonderful weekend coming up. So, Samsung Unpacked is and has been done this week. Hello, Miles. Hello, Renz, everybody else in the chat. So some of you who have watched my channel for a while may remember a series that I did that was called Creator Interviews, and then I started doing them on a second channel. And that channel has since been renamed to MPT Behind the Minds. There's actually a link, or there will be a link in the description of this live stream following the live stream. And actually, let me see if I can grab the link real quick and throw that in the chat. So let me grab the link to that. So what that is, if anybody is not subscribed to that channel, is where I'm going to start having more of my in-depth conversations again. People seem to really enjoy the discussions, enjoy those types of conversations. And that is where also I am going to be starting sort of a podcast. So instead of going live on this channel, well, I'm going to go live on this channel and that channel for a while until people kind of get adjusted to it and start, watching through there. But over on that channel will be my live streams from now on. It will be sort of a podcast style in sort of the idea of how El Jefe does his live reviews. I'm going to have my discussions and then questions and responding to the chat will happen after that. So that is what's going to be coming up. That's my announcement. That's something I've been working on. I have a series that I'm going to be doing that's kind of tech regrets, and those will be posted over there as well. Those will be kind of long form things, and then I will have clips from those, and parts of those discussions will be on the main channel. So, I know that some people really like the live thing. Some people really like the short form. Some people really like the long form. And so I want to have a space where the live and the long form discussions can live that are separate from my camera coverage, separate from my typical product reviews, and somewhere that's kind of the behind the mind. So behind the idea of the tech, behind the mind, my thoughts on things, not just products, but discussions, things that are going on in the tech space, ideas, potential technology, and a space where we can have that conversation and do something a little bit different in the tech space. I think that also I am really hoping to connect with some fellow content creators, whether it's in the tech space, the art space, other areas, and have them on as guests and bring my interviews back, bring my discussions back. So, if you're somebody that's into tech and, you have an area set up and you're interested in being a part of this discussion, of course, let me know. I'm going to start planning those out. I also, depending on some things, hopefully we'll be back to doing that on Wednesdays before Easy's live stream. If not, depending on what is going on with Thursdays, but this is something that I've been contemplating. Something that I really enjoy is those, communicating with other people and having those lively discussions, but also just making people think, showing kind of my perspective, my analytical mind on technology, and having it be part of a conversation with you all. And I do this here, but I want it to be something where it's not just live, but I have other discussions on there. So that is kind of what's going on. Kia, how's it going? Sean, how's it going? Mr. Smartwatch, Taylor, Sneed, how's it going? So basically, my announcement is that starting next week and going for a few weeks, I will be live on here. And also, I posted a link to my other channel in the chat here. It's also on my main page in the bio here. For MPT Behind the Minds, I'm bringing back my discussions there, bringing sort of a podcast style thing where it'll be about 20 to 30 minutes at most for me just kind of talking about something that's on my mind. And then it will go into interacting with the chat. And then clips from that will be posted on the main channel once stuff transitions over there. I want to kind of separate the way things are, separate my product coverage from my community interaction, discussions, interviews. Sneed, if you are not busy and we can get a day and time that works best for you, I would love to have you on and be part of my continuation of bringing back my interview series. I'm trying to kind of get those things booked out and get back into that, and people really enjoyed that. And unfortunately, when I moved, because of the chaos of that and some other things previous to that, that series kind of ended, and I regret that. And people seem to really enjoy it and be asking. I've had several people ask me, hey, when are you bringing that back? What happened to those? So those clips are all over. Those series that I did are still online. They are on the MPT Behind the Minds channel. And I want to have that be somewhere where I can just have those conversations and then upload that and become a podcast. But also a space for long form stuff. And my main channel be for kind of the short form, the product reviews, the camera coverage, a little bit of everything, since I and have more focus on my MPT Behind the Minds. So that's kind of what's going on with that. I wanted to hop on, go live here a little bit. I know that sometime tonight, I think around 9 o'clock, Ike will be live. Next thing I want to talk about is Samsung Unpacked. I know we've seen all the videos, we've heard about it. It's been chaos. It's been interesting. I am trading in my Z Fold 3 and my S22 Ultra and getting the Z Fold 4 and the Buds 2 Pro and a case and a wireless charger and 1 year free of Samsung Care Plus. And I think there's like some other stuff in there as well. And the reason for that is I bought my Z Fold 3 Amazon renewed and a case for $920 roughly, with taxes included. The S22 Ultra, I traded in a couple devices that were given to me and that I couldn't use because they were on AT&T network. They were, locked to being used on that. Samsung took those and gave me a decent amount for those. So I ended up getting the S22 Ultra when I got it it was like $452 with taxes included. I also got a Galaxy Watch 4 Classic at the time because of the credits that they had going on. And so I'm trading in the S22 Ultra and the Z Fold 3 that basically I paid $1,352 for those to get between the Z Fold 4 and the Buds Pro and the wireless charger and the case and the taxes. It's about $2,500 worth of product. And so the reason for that is because I got the Z Fold 3 on Amazon renewed, there's no guarantee, there's no warranties, there's no Samsung Care, there's no protection on that. If something happens to it, I'm out of pocket for any damages. And so trading that in now, I've had it for a little bit over a month or so, and getting basically $1,000 from Samsung for that, and then $700 for the S22 Ultra, plus $300 in credits is worth it to me. Paying $165 out of pocket, and basically getting $2,234.85 off is incredible. I know I could wait 6 months and get the Z Fold 4 probably for half off again, but then I've paid $1,800, So that's what's going on with that. I'm excited. Originally I was just going to get the Buds 2 Pro. I've been getting more and more into audio. I have the Buds Plus, the Buds 2, the Buds Live. I don't have the regular Buds Pro. I have had, some AKG, their headphones, their earbuds. Also, I am testing out, I'm using an Asus. It's their 14-inch. With the AMD Ryzen 9 5900HX, 16 gigs of RAM, integrated graphics. I'm testing to see how well that works for live streaming. It looks like there's a little bit of jitter on my end. If you're in the chat, could let me know how the audio sounds, how the video looks, if there's any lag. That would be awesome. Also, they're in a couple weeks or so, Apple's event will be coming up, and it'll be interesting to see with all the rumors and leaks and stuff going on. I'm more excited about the next series AirPods Pro. I have the AirPods Max. I loved my AirPods Pro. I actually lost a set of those twice. I lost them, found them, lost them, found them, and then lost them again. So I lost one set like multiple times. And since I wear glasses, one of the problems I have with tech, and I know many people will have problems with tech, with headphones and wearing glasses, is how they push on the frames, they push on the bows here. And so that's one of my issues, is with these headphones is they're comfortable, but since I have bigger ears, I have to have over the ear, and also, you get good noise seal with that, but that means they're pushing against my frames. Yeah, I could get contacts, but that doesn't really solve my problem all the time. And I really like the microphones and the ambient, transparency on my AirPods and stuff, and just the integration with that. But also, the Galaxy Buds Pro, are awesome. I'm waiting to see kind of what everybody thinks, to see the Pixel Buds are looking really nice. Their Buds Pro are looking really nice. See if, they're going to run a sale. Maybe when the Pixel 7 series comes out, they'll include them or have some sale going on. Pixel Watch should be out soon. I do have the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic, and the new Galaxy Watch 5 and 5 Pro were announced. And what's interesting to me is the upgrade with that being that the bigger battery, faster charging, but they removed the rotating bezel, and there's no more Classic. It's the Pro. It's got, titanium. It's got heavier, bulkier, stronger build. And to me, I think that, well, that's great. And they'll give you $240 for the Classic. The LTE model, I think they give a little bit more, or they were giving a little bit more. I know a friend of mine, she is thinking about trading in her LTE watch, because they'll give her $340 for it, and getting, I think, just the Wi-Fi model of the 5 Pro. Since then, it would only cost like $100 and some. You can go all the way up to the spec'd out model that's over $500, and I'm curious to see how people will react. Whether Samsung will bring back the rotating bezel next year with the Galaxy Watch Series 6, or, how that will work out. I'm also curious to know, as far as the processor that's in it, is it using the Snapdragon 4100? What are they doing with that? People with big hands not having a physical bezel that rotates, how that will be. And that will be interesting to me. Also, I think it's interesting that in the tech space, we have, so many people that are so, they're either pro Samsung and anti Apple, or pro Apple and anti Samsung, or pro Pixel and anti everything else. And then we have, people that are just going to use what they enjoy and use what they like. And for me, I use it all, and it's been fun, and it's been neat. Xiaomi had their event. I see that they announced the Mi Mix Fold 2, and I'll be curious to see, as more people get their hands on that and there's more coverage on that, what that's like. I know it's super thin. I know that it's like 5.4 millimeters thick. Supposed to have, has decently fast charging. The cameras are pretty good in it. Reminds me of a thinner version of the Vivo X Fold in so many ways. Be curious to see the camera footage and some stuff like that on there. A lot of what I've seen so far is just kind of quick unboxing, some shorts, the same clip posted by multiple YouTube channels of some behind the scenes kind of leaked video clips of it. But so far, that's really all I'm seeing with the Xiaomi, and it will be interesting to see. It's a shame that there's not really a global release. It's China only. I know that won't stop some people, especially because you can sideload Google Play services if it's not already on it. I'll be curious to see how that works out. Are there features that are lost? Is there a particular ROM that can be loaded? Be curious to know, is anybody, interested? Is anybody getting their hands on it? What tech are you all interested in that's coming out? What tech are you all interested in buying? Hi, Gigi. Looking forward to the members madness over on Gigi's channel. If anybody here is not a member, go check out her channel, become a member. It doesn't cost much. Tons of fun to be had. You get thrown into her top of the hour and intro stuff. And I've been on there for almost 15 months as a member, and it's flown by. It's exciting, great time. And of course, as always, she's live on her channel Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Wednesdays, Wired Wednesday stuff is going on. Thursdays, right now, it's Ike will be at 9 o'clock, I believe, followed by Best of Our Week with Juan Bagnell and TK Bay at usually it's around 11:15. I decided I'd go live tonight since nobody was going live at 7, and have kind of a discussion, talk about some things. Yes, Xiaomi. I'm interested. I'll be curious to see how expensive it will be when some of the importers get access to it. I'll be curious to see how that works. And, I'm not sure what the conversion price is. I haven't really gotten a ton out of it. I was watching their announcement and trying to do some translation by using my phone in the translator app, and it wasn't working very well. So I'm not sure if there's any English videos and many people that have gotten their hands on it yet, but I have only ever owned one Xiaomi device, and I am actually going to go look right now and see what the information. Wow, Giztop has it up, and it is the same price. Let's see if I can share my screen here real quick. Share the screen so we can discuss this, look into the information. And let's see, share screen, yep. Window, let's look into this. Let me share this with you all. So let's actually, let me do this. And I should be able to, let's see if I can put it in different, okay, there we go. So the Xiaomi Mix Fold 2 with an 8-inch WQHD Plus AMOLED inner display with LTPO technology, 6.5-inch Samsung AMOLED E5 external, so that's the cover display. It's got the Qualcomm 8 Plus Gen 1 processor, 50 megapixel Sony IMX766 primary with the 13 megapixel OmniVision for ultra wide, and a telephoto camera with 2x optical. Comes with 12 gigs of RAM and 256 512 or 1 terabyte of UFS 3.1 storage, a 5020 milliamp hour battery, 67 watt wired charging, MIUI 13 based on Android 12 with full Google mobile services and Google Play Store pre-installed. $17.99 on Giztop, that's taxes included. If I were you guys, what I would do is install the Honey extension and run that to see if there are any coupons on it. I know that sometimes they have some good coupons on there. I saved 5% when I got my Vivo X Fold, and I also saved 5% when I got my X80 Pro, or maybe it was more than that. It might have been 15%. I know they have like a 5% for new, and there's coupons running through there all the time. They have gold, let's see here. Why am I not? Oh, there we go. There's the colors: gold or black. And both colors, let's see, gold. Okay, both colors are available in all storages. The 512 is so you got to add $200 to go to the 512 and another $300 on top of that to go up to the 1 terabyte. So $500. Wait a minute. 600. That's not right. $400 then to go from the 512 to the 1 terabyte. So $600 price jump. So $1,800 for the 256 and $2,400 to get the 1 terabyte model. Now, here's the bands that it's compatible with. So there's a 20 megapixel front camera on the cover display. Dual battery design, so it's got 2,460 and a 2,460 milliamp hour and a 2,560 milliamp hour to get to that 5,020 milliamp hour battery. 67 watt wired fast charging. So it can go from empty to full in 37 minutes. Quick charge 4+, and power delivery 3.0. Side-mounted fingerprint scanner, Wi-Fi 6, mobile hotspot, all the fun stuff. 3D spatial audio through the speakers. Multifunction NFC, butterfly type cooling, a dual nano SIM slot, and looks to be quite the offering. Of course, we know that the conversions in there are, going to add to the cost a little bit. Hey, Ike, how's it going? Hey, Big John. Part of me is tempted to see and sell my Vivo X Fold at a somewhat reasonable deal, like $1,500, and then turn around and buy the Xiaomi. My only thing is I've not used a Xiaomi before, and I've not used MIUI, and the only Xiaomi I used was like a Mi A12 Lite that was 10 years ago now, maybe, I think, when that one came out, and it didn't work on any of the carriers at the time, at least that I could get in my area. Funny enough, it didn't work on T-Mobile or Verizon. It only worked on AT&T at the time, believe it or not, which people would be shocked by. And AT&T was basically non-existent anywhere that I traveled or anywhere around where I lived at the time. And so it's kind of crazy, I like the look of it, and I like that design, and it's really, really cool to see more offerings in the folding tech space as I am getting into it more and more, and really enjoying what's going on. I see Samsung. I actually watched, and if you're curious, go check out Tech Odyssey Adam's channel, and he had a little discussion on trading in the Z Fold 3 for the Z Fold 4 for $100. I think that's quite the deal, especially considering I think I only have the 128 gig, and they're doing the deal where they're doubling your storage for free right now. and it would be unlocked. And I currently have a T-Mobile model. And the nice thing about T-Mobile is, because I've done this in the past, is if I trade in a device to Samsung will give me an unlocked model, and I'll continue to still get my credits for it as a free device over the 2 years on T-Mobile. And then I'll have an unlocked one that I can use for a while. And if I decide I don't want it anymore, turn around and sell it. And, I'm $100 out of the pocket, basically. And so I'm thinking about doing that. Obviously, it's $99 plus the taxes, so it ends up being about $150 or $160 because 6% sales tax on the original cost. But I think to see battery life comparison, that would be a great thing, especially because Samsung gives you 30 days to send the trade-in device in, and so I'm going to be comparing the Z Fold 3 and the Z Fold 4 that way, and comparing the cameras to that, and comparing the cameras to my S22 Ultra, and some other things, of course, when that comes in a couple weeks. I did get the email today saying already that the order has been processed. So they're really quick on that. If it's anything like the past, they gave the date as August 26th, but I expect it'll be the 24th or the 25th. For some reason, every time in the past that I've gotten Samsung stuff from Samsung, at least, I've gotten it 2 or 3 days early, at least. There was one time where a product was available for in-store on a Monday, and I got it on the Thursday before. So that was 4 days early, almost 5 days early. Actually, it was Tuesday that it was supposed to come out, and I got it Thursday before. So, Samsung, whenever they ship out, they don't do what Apple does, where Apple kind of requires that the shippers hold on to the product until actual launch day. So whenever they are ready and the product gets sent out, I'll have it. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to, seeing that wider outer display, the more hidden inner camera. I know that from those who have used it, the inner camera quality isn't much better. It's usable for video chats, I guess. But the new way that they're hiding it with the new pixel blending, and the Z Fold 3 kind of has a red look to the circle that hides the cameras, and the 4, they've managed to make it look more white, so it tends to blend in with more things. And when your screen is black, they can just turn off the pixels by it, so it blends in really well then. But if the pixels are lit up at all, they figured out a way to do that. There's some things I'm interested to see, and I'm looking forward to some of the software stuff. I know that will trickle down to, the Z Fold 3 eventually, more than likely. Then there's some hardware stuff that's just appealing to me. The new 50 megapixel camera for higher resolution, for better low light, for some of the new sensor for telephoto, for greater zoom. That should also help with portrait mode by having the sensors there. And so, all this tech is exciting to me. And, it doesn't really matter who it comes from. If I can get my hands on it, if it excites me, if there's deals to be had, especially as, tech can get quite expensive and can add up pretty quickly. So that's kind of what I got going on, having these products come in. As I said, I've been using this Asus 14-inch laptop because my MacBook, for some reason, has problems with live streaming with my Sony camera. I don't know what it is, if it's the the cam link having issues or what's going on. I know other people that use their MacBooks and have no problem with it. So I got to see what the deal is. It could just be Melon app. But I have a desktop that I built a few years ago, but I'm trying to kind of declutter our living room. We live in an apartment, 540 square feet. Living room space shrinks pretty fast when you try to put a desk in it, especially to have enough space behind the desk. As you can see, I can reach back and touch this wall here. And so having a laptop would be really nice because I can just roll further away from the wall or sit in a more comfortable chair and just put it on a stand in front of me, on a TV tray or whatever, hook my camera stand up, hook my microphone up to the edge of it, my audio interface, and be good to go. And, I think that that's something that could appeal to more people that are interested in getting into this rather than having to have a big bulky setup all the time. As well as comparing it to something like a MacBook Air. It's got fans, so more like the MacBook Pro. I've done some benchmarks, but I'm going to be doing some video editing soon using DaVinci Resolve and comparing some things, of course. It's the free version, so that will be a little bit different. And then using some software that takes advantage of hardware acceleration and some things like that, just to compare some things and see how it works. I'm using it right now. Yeah, the fans are running pretty good, but it's staying, it's getting pretty warm by the top, but like the keyboard is staying pretty good. It's a really thin device. So content coming out on that. Tab S8. Why I picked up the Tab S8. I had a Tab S6, didn't like it. Had the Tab S7. It was okay. Then traded that in for the 7 Plus. Used that for quite some time. The Tab S8 Ultra came out, and actually I traded my Tab S7 Plus for an iPad Pro, and then I didn't really like that, so I traded that back in, and I actually was using the Tab S8 Ultra for a little bit, and I just found that it was too much of a requirement to be operating it like a laptop. I really found that the keyboard case was a necessity, and by the time you added up the price to the fact that that's as expensive as a laptop, and you can get better laptops for that price, even 2-in-1s and stuff, and that using it kind of without the keyboard was kind of an issue, since I would have to essentially have a case that I could easily take it in and out of and be able to snap that back on there. So that's kind of what was going on, and I actually ended up back with the 12.9-inch iPad Pro and the Tab S8 eventually, just in cases, and using both of them for different reasons. I like the Tab S8 size, and I like the 16:9 aspect ratio sometimes there. Especially, when watching video, you get almost the same large viewing as the 12.9-inch iPad Pro. I like that both of them have their comparative stuff with, using the Tab S8 with a Windows device and using it as a second screen with the built-in, or there's an app that I used. I can't think of it right now. Ike, if he's still listening and in the chat, he would know what's called. I can't remember. And of course, you have Sidecar with the iPad. Every company, all these companies out there with their ecosystems and their laptops, their tablets, their watches, their smartphones, their earbuds, the integration, seeing the whole continuity with earbuds now is incredible. Seeing the approach the companies are taking, and starting to see some of these companies focus on their own thing and making, some people are mad about it, but on the other hand, if you think about it, the only reason that the kind of continuity, collaborative stuff works well between Apple devices is because they're the only ones, it only works with their stuff pretty much. I mean, obviously you can use an iPad with, an Android phone and a Windows computer and do the stuff. But Samsung has even started I've noticed that they've kind of started doing that with their watch, as far as some features don't work if you use it with Pixel. And even, you can't even connect, and like their earbuds, the wearable app doesn't even have support for the newer ones on iOS, and they're starting to have their own kind of proprietary functions. But a lot of that is because they can only know that those features will work with their hardware, because they can't control the hardware that other companies use. They can't control the codecs that these other companies use. So I'll be excited to see how this 24-bit, but it's 48 kilohertz or 48 hertz with the Samsung Galaxy Buds 2 Pro work. Their naming throws me off. It's like the Galaxy Book Pro or 2 Pro or Pro instead of Pro 2, but then the Buds are the Buds 2 Pro, and it's instead of the Buds Pro 2 or the Galaxy Book Pro 2 or the Galaxy Book Pro 362, it's the Pro 2 360. Their naming is almost as bad as Sony's naming on their headphones, and as like some of these other companies naming their cameras and stuff. It's kind of crazy. Kind of exciting to to explore some of this new stuff. El Jefe, is in the chat to see. I think he got some that are on their way, and I'll have my own. But it's always cool to see like somebody who knows the terminology and to kind of learn from him. And I'm trying to learn from him and understand, okay, what's soundstage and, the different aspects of audio. And obviously, I know the lows, the mids, the highs, treble, bass, all that stuff. But it's an exploration for me, and it's really, really, really cool to think about the idea that in even thinking about and communicating with and having interacted with and heard the conversations, with the channels like, MKBHD and iJustine and, Linus and the larger tech channels, that they all reach out to each other to learn from each other and to get help, and they'll watch other channels. Some of them don't watch tech at all because the only tech that they're interested in they have, or they deal with these conversations all the time. But to me, it's awesome to kind of learn and obviously do my own content on it, but to be able to say, hey, this is my thought, this is my use. If you want a more in-depth, detailed discussion and, sample stuff, go check out El Jefe, go check out Digital Slang, go check out, such and such channel. Same thing I do, when I'm going to be talking about this laptop, I will tell you, there's a different model, different processor, but go check out the video that Hardware Canucks did. And that's exciting to me. And so Shark Fin, let's see what he's saying, tech related. But actually I haven't cut my hair in a long time. I shaved my head like a few months ago, and my hair has just finally kind of gotten back to being longer again. And so this is kind of the length I would have it if I were, if it were getting long and I were to cut it. So thanks for that. What are you all excited about when it comes to the tech? Is there anything that you guys ordered? El Jefe says, I ordered the Buds Pro 2, hopefully they arrive on launch day, fingers crossed. I hope so too, I really, really, really do. I know the importance and can understand the importance of, especially of being, getting your hands on them early. But one thing I've also realized is that, Samsung sends these things out to some of these channels. And so the people that want to know are going to watch, that just want to know just to watch are going to, but the people, the El Jefe fam, the people that understand that you focus on audio all the time and it's not just like one of many tech products that you're being sent. I mean, no hate, I'm not hating on those channels, but what I'm saying is, like, when somebody focuses on a particular niche, whether it's cameras, whether it's audio, that when they get their hands on that product, those are the channels that I go to when I want the super detailed stuff. If it's something that I'm interested in, but haven't bought myself and questioning whether I'm going to buy it, or I'm just interested in and learning about it, that's what I do. And I know many of us that do that as well. And, that's my thought on that. Obviously, growth by getting new people watching. Of course, you have new people that are watching that aren't subscribers. You have people that don't subscribe because they don't subscribe to anything, or people that I've noticed more and more. And I'd be curious to know and talk to somebody maybe from YouTube side if there's any kind of truth behind that. The algorithm has developed so well that people don't necessarily need to subscribe to your channel and it will still show up in their feed and they'll still get recommended it and they'll still watch it. Because I've noticed that I've unsubscribed from channels before because they like switched up and they went from what they were doing to all gaming or completely changed subject. And I still get recommended those videos even to this day, even though I haven't watched them in a little while. I mean, it's gotten less and less, but we're curious to know how that works as far as subscription wise. And so I think the whole appeal of, like, instead of so you'll be recommended, more like so you won't miss it out. And so I'll be curious to know too whether YouTube's requirement for monetization will ever change. If it were to the point where it'll be more like average view per watch, watch time that you have obviously is on there and some stuff like that. Yeah, watch history. And I think that holds true because there's been channels that I haven't realized that I was unsubscribed from by YouTube or, by the system, but I've been watching them. And I know that people, that there's, if somebody doesn't post in a certain amount of time, that sometimes it will unsubscribe because their system will be like, well, you haven't watched their video in 2 months, so you might not be interested and kick you out. And so the other thing that I've heard with that is the significance of, if you're going to make videos, but you can't make videos every week, or even every two, is to try to do every 2 weeks, every month, things like that. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Getting people to watch your videos is more important than people subscribing. Yeah. That's what I've been focusing on, not even necessarily looking. Yeah, I would love to get the, 204 subscribers that I need to get to the 1,000. And, my watch hours dwindled because I was live streaming like every day for a while there, and I was making much longer videos, but then I was getting more views, but I was getting less watch time on there. And I would rather try to figure out a way to, have decent length videos and get people to watch more of the length of the video and, get that watch time up that way and get back to being consistent again is crucial. And, I know that I've messed with my main channel's algorithm probably quite a bit. I've been looking into, I actually had forgotten, and I was looking back into vidIQ. Tech loving mama, we were talking about that yesterday, and she's like, hey, there's some new stuff, and I went and checked it out, and their auto titling stuff, their titling stuff is really cool. So I think I'm gonna just pay for it and get the premium and start kind of being consistent no matter what. And that comes down to even doing what they call uploading videos on a schedule. So if I have to record like 3 or 4 in a row on different little topics and then put them on a schedule, I've been trying to upload on Thursdays and Sundays, and even if it's every other week, so that I'm back to a schedule that I can be consistent on, and people will know and start to see that it's posted on those times, and going live when people are home, not too early, not too late, not during other people's, going live, because I know that I have a lot of crossover, and it makes it difficult for people to watch if I'm going live at the same time. Consistent topics on mind, not going, oh, I'll be ready in a minute, or heeing and hawing, or, wasting people's time, hopefully, and discussing topics that I hope everybody's interested in. And, I know some people rolled through after the beginning that are in here. And so I'll mention again that I'm coming back to being consistent with my live streams, and starting next week, I will be going live Wednesday, 8 p.m., right before Easy Computer Solutions. And it's going to be, I kind of borrowed from your wisdom, Alhafe, and I want to do something. It's not, not live product review, but a good 20 to 30 minutes just on like a single topic, or, maybe a product sometime, but a single topic, something that's on my mind, something that happened in tech, a new announcement that's been made. And then do another, maybe 25, 30 minutes, depending on how long that takes, but maybe 15 to 30 minutes, where then I approach and appeal to the comments and questions and things in there. So I can take that first segment and put that over on my MPT Behind the Minds channel. And I'm going to be going live on both, with the goal that eventually I get this refined enough again that I'll just do that, and then just clip the end of it off and have that over there, and then have segments on my main channel, and the live will be kind of hidden. So if you're there to watch it live, you get to see it live, but afterwards, replay will be up for like a day, and then after that, it will be clips and segments, and it will be discussions, and it will be topics, and it will be things that will be evergreen, and it will be things that feed to that to make the system easier, to make it easier for me to create content. And I have limited time that I have. I'm here. I can do the live streams, I can do the videos, I can edit them late at night, and then not have to worry about my son yelling and being crazy during the day and trying to get him to bed super early and all that stuff. And so that's what's going on. And then also the end of this month, my son starts preschool Tuesdays and Fridays. So those will be my days for content launch, and then Wednesday will be live stream, so it'll be perfect. I'll be able to do a video on Tuesday, Wednesday live stream and shout out the video. Thursday, hopefully have the clips up and then post them at the time that's optimal for that. And then Fridays will be kind of regular video content on the main channel. So that's kind of my announcement. MPT Behind the Minds is coming back. It's a different name. It's the interviews. It's the discussions, me talking. It's the conversations. It's the things that people enjoy. It's the things that I enjoy. Obviously feed the algorithm, feed the hours, but it's not all about that. It's just really coming back into me again and being excited about it. I was dealing with some personal things, with some mental health things, with some diagnosis of ADHD and adult autism spectrum stuff, and figuring out how to focus again and what I enjoy and what helps me to stay focused when I'm on these streams and stay on topic and just, sit in my living room and have these conversations with you all and enjoy it. With that being said, I know I started this at an odd time. People are flowing in. I appreciate you all for coming in, for enjoying this, for being a part of the discussion. We talked about Samsung, we talked about Huawei, we talked about a little bit of it all. And thanks to, let me scroll all the way up, Miles, Renz, Kia 2 Technical, Sean Robinson, Taylor, Mr. Smartwatch, Sneed, Gigi Gadget Goddess, Technically T, Tech for Your Needs, Ike, Big John Tech Reviews, El Jefe, Sharkfin Tech, and everybody else who came on through. Sharkfin. Is it going to be a separate channel, or these new discussions will be on this channel? So starting off, I'm going to have the live stream stuff be on both. And then my goal to eventually transition and have the podcast style thing be on my Behind the Minds, because it's sort of my thoughts, so it's behind my mind on things, but also behind the minds of other creators as I get them scheduled in there as well. And to be consistent, to be something where people can go to that channel and know that they'll be there. And then, of course, clips from them and short form stuff over on the main channel. And I might even do where, like, I do a live stream with somebody and we're talking about the topic, and I'll just sit down and record real quick a separate short form kind of summary synopsis video and put that on the main channel. So I can post here real quick. That should be the link right here to my other channel. It's just MPT-Behind the Minds. I also have a Twitter page. It used to be Creator Interview channel. And there are some, if anybody's interested in and kind of wants to know what I was doing and what I want to get back into, there are interviews over there. Technically T, El Jefe. Let me look real quick to see which all. So, Technically T was on there. Juan Bagnell was on there. Tech Geek was on there. Zach Talk Text was on there. Drew Lips was on there. Joan Sharp was on there. Terrence Poets was on there. So that's kind of where some of those are. And I'm looking forward to getting back into those again and getting that flowing and figuring out how to kind of record that as a podcast again. And upload that. So those discussions, long form, this type of thing, like I said, you're going to want to go to subscribe to that channel. If you're watching it in the replay, I will have the links down in the description right after this. And I want to kind of transition everything over to that as much as I can, and have have kind of the clips and more refined breakdown, edited version of it on the main channel. Wow, there's 10 of you in here. Hi, Savage. How's it going? I am actually getting ready to wrap some things up, have some supper, get me a drink, get prepared. Ike, I believe, will be going live in about half an hour at 9. I'm gonna go grab the link, unless somebody, I don't think, let me real quick. Also, if I can get 4 new subscribers, if you aren't subscribed, I will be reaching 800 subscribers after 4. If I could get to that, that'd be awesome. Where is... I know I saw it. There we go. Let me... right here. Post the link at 9 o'clock. Go subscribe to his channel. Go set a reminder if you aren't already. And thanks you all for joining me, for being a part of the conversation, for showing support in this random live stream. And I will be back to my normal schedule next week, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday, right before Easy Computer Solutions Wired Wednesday live stream. And I will be dual streaming on this and my other channel. And then I'll be doing that for a few weeks, and then everything will kind of shift over there, shifting directions. If you're coming in at the end, catch the replay for my announcement. And people, don't forget the like button. If you're new, subscribe. Thanks to everybody for coming on by. Barry Johnson coming in at the end, Savage Scientists. I will see you all, most of you, in the live stream in about a half an hour in Ike's chat. Peace out. Hope you all have a good rest of your week. See you in the Members Madness on Gigi's channel Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I do believe. Also, later tonight after Ike's live stream, don't forget, people, the best of our week with Juan Bagnell and TK Bay. Go check that out. Tomorrow, I believe Savage Scientists will be going live. Go check that out. Sunday, El Jefe at 6:15, I do believe. And then Monday, technically T usually goes live. And then Tuesday, Gigi at 8. And Wednesday, me at 8. And then we wrap this all up. And thanks for watching. Never be bored. Always like, always comment, always subscribe to everybody that I mentioned. And, if you like somebody's video, let me know. If you have any ideas, what you think about discussions, topics. Got to get some people lined up to join me as I'm getting the podcast rolling. So people, I'll be hitting some of y'all up in DMs and scheduling those out over the next couple of weeks. Thanks. Peace. Love. God bless.